How's it going, guys? This is my latest acquisition. I told a few of you that I was going to pick one of these up. I just got this in from Italy, and it's made by Angelo Campolin. I may have mispronounced his name. When I spoke to him, his English was a bit broken, but at the same time, I don't speak Italian. So I bought this knife from him. I had him do a custom polish on it. It's called a Batwing Swinguard. It's a 13-inch. Look how thick the back of that is. This thing locks up like a vice. I've just never seen it. Never seen another knife lock up as tight as this does. The build quality on it is just, I mean, just damn amazing. I just couldn't be more thrilled to have it. I asked him if he could sign a certificate, and he said he normally doesn't do that, but he'd go ahead and do that for me, and he was nice enough to send me a little certificate. And you probably can't tell on this, but it's signed with an ink pen, and it's got the date of manufacture, which is 4/22, and the certificate of authenticity. He was real good to do that. I really want to thank him for that, and I have. This Swinguard doesn't have a safety. I don't like safeties on knives. I think they're for the birds. I never have understood why they put them on there. A lot of people like them. I don't. This has a Daggar blade, and there were only 50 of these made, and there were even fewer of these made. They made them in horn. They made them in well, several different configurations. Stag. This thing will rock your arm when you open it. And look how thick this is. It's built like a safe. I mean, it is like a brick. It's heavy. It's 13 inches long. And I haven't seen a better made knife. I like the burn knives that they have. They're awful expensive, but I would put this up against a burn. And now the guys who have burns, hey, you know, those are some wicked knives. But at the same time, this I would put up against a burn. I like this knife, this type of knife. I like a Swinguard, and it's got the factory oil on it. I'm keeping it on there because it just makes sense. And it's made in black horn. It's one of the few that he produced that actually has almost no swirls, no visible swirls in the horn. And he was real good to do a custom polish on it for me. This thing fires like a rocket, and it matches what I believe is called a Danivis. I could be wrong on that. The pronunciations, I'm not always right on these pronunciations. I call this a Frank Beltrame, but I've heard other people pronounce his name differently. This knife in itself is a beautiful knife. I've got a lot of these that I've collected over the years, and it's a great knife. But when you look, this is an 11-inch knife. When you look at the quality, the build quality of this compared to this Batwing, the comparison is just startling. And to have it made by the man himself, Angelo, I'm just over the moon on it, because I mean, to have something like that from him is really, really nice. And I just wanted you guys to check it out. And I mentioned to a couple people that I talk to on YouTube every now and then that have some really awesome collections. I mentioned that that I was going to get one of these, and I told them that I'd put up a video, and it's just another one in my collection. I would have liked to have gotten 2 of them, but at the same time, one is fine with me, and just to have it in the collection is really, really cool. And hey, anyway, just wanted you to check it out. If you ever have a chance to pick up a Batwing, man, you better do it, because I tell you, these things are going to go up in value. Every single one of these knives goes up in value. Triples, sometimes quadruples. It's amazing. But just to have that certificate signed and to be able to talk to the guy who actually is a legend in knife making of this type was a real amazing, cool thing to have, to be able to talk to him. And you know, like I said, this knife is just amazing. It's a limited edition. It's just so thick, locks up so tight, and it fires right every time. But if you ever have a chance to pick up one of these, you better do it, because, like I said, a limited run of 50 of them. I believe that's the number, and I'm pretty sure on that. There's even less, like I said, there's even less than 50 of them. It was more like, I think, 25. There's a few people that have had these, and I was just lucky enough to get it from the man himself. And it's just something that I really, really dig. Anybody who's into switchblades can appreciate having a knife from the actual maker himself. It's like Pat Haviland, East Coast Sniper. Man, the knives you got are just amazing, and the work that you do is just amazing. I thought this was some of Slow Joe's work. I forget exactly who made this. I have the name, and I put it on a video. I'm not going to go over this one because you've already seen these. But anyway, I wanted you to check out the Batwing and share it with you. And hey, keep collecting out there. You guys have some awesome collections. I love looking at them, and I love talking to anybody who's into these knives as much as I am. And there's a lot of guys who have some really smoking cool knives, and there's a lot of great builders. You know, Picklock Pat is one of my favorites. So anyway, you guys take care. If you ever have a chance to get a Batwing, man, grab it. Because if you don't, I just might. Because I'd like to have another. But for right now, this is what we got, and this is what I'm going to hold on to. It's going to be a nice part of my collection. Anyway, take it easy, enjoy, keep collecting. You guys have some awesome knives. Later on.